Hi everyone, welcome back to Decorate with Dana. In today's video, I thought I would share with you some shabby chic farmhouse inspired Valentine's Day DIYs. Some of these can even be used through the spring, and I just love that kind of shabby chic yet farmhouse touch. I like the colors. I feel like they're a little more muted than the super bright pinks and bright reds. And then I added a little bit of neutral decor in there as well. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will talk to you throughout and let you know what I am doing. Okay, you guys, here are the items that I have for this kind of farmhouse shabby chic heart wreath. So I have this heart form from Dollar Tree. Of course, it's definitely not going to stay like that. I'll be taking off all the red and the arrow. And then I have some black and white baker's twine. This was material I had left over from Christmas, but any material that you want. I'm just going to go for the red and white ticking stripe, as well as some of that muslin fabric, and it's going to be cut into strips. And then I also have this white crochet ribbon. And then this is just a piece of paper from the scrapbook section. I got it at Joann's, but I'm sure you can get it anywhere. And then these are just some little wooden hearts, again, also from Joann's. And then I'm just going to need my scissors, and I probably will be using some hot glue. I don't have that out right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove all of the tinsel, the red tinsel and the arrow from this heart form. So the first thing I want to do is remove this tinsel from this heart form. This was not as easy as it looked because that heart form, that plastic heart form, had all these little teeth, and it just wanted to hold on to that tinsel, but it took a little bit of time, but I got it all off. So then next I am taking my fabric and I am cutting strips 1 inch wide by 1 by 7, and I'm just cutting a bunch of those in both this ticking stripe fabric as well as that muslin fabric. And then I will also cut 7-inch strips of the crocheted ribbon. So I only bought 1 roll of the ribbon. I just wanted to add some of that throughout. It won't be like every other one like the 2 fabrics will be. You'll see what I mean as I go. I just wanted to add the touch of crochet throughout. So then once all of my fabric is cut, then I'm going to go ahead and take that heart form and start tying it around. And I try to go every other one. If you mess up, it's not a big deal. If you accidentally do 2 of the same color or whatever, you would never even know. And you'll also tell as I'm cutting this, I am not cutting it straight and even. It doesn't even matter. You won't even notice it when it is put on the heart form. So you don't have to be perfect about this at all. So you can see I'm just periodically adding the crocheted ribbon as I go. No set place, just kind of wanted to add some of that crochet texture mixed in throughout the wreath. So the little teeth on the wreath form, they were kind of a pain to work around, but I will say they did hold the ribbon in place. So once you were able to tie the ribbon on, it did stay where it was supposed to. However, they were a little bit difficult to maneuver around. So once I was done tying all the pieces around the heart form, I wanted to trace the wooden hearts on the back side of that scrapbook paper that I got from Joann's. So once I traced all those, I cut them out. I don't know how I deleted that clip, but I did cut them out of the paper. And then I am just using some Mod Podge on one side of these wooden hearts and then gluing the paper to the hearts so that the musical note side was out. So I did that with all 4 of these hearts. And then I'm going to take some of my black and white baker's twine. Well, first I'm going to arrange them how I want them to be on the little banner that's going to go across the heart. So I arrange about how far apart I want them, and then I wanted to put some of the little wooden beads in between them. So I wanted to get it spaced how I wanted to before I put them on the black and white baker's twine. So once I have them all arranged how I want them to go, then I just hot glue the hearts to the baker's twine, and then I just use a little needle and thread, or a little needle to help me thread the beads onto the baker's twine. And then I do finish off the little banner with 2 beads on either end and then just tie them to the wreath. And I just think that it turned out super cute.
I'm not hiding anything. I think you know me too well. I'm always coming up short on words. You should know that by now. We've been down this road, so I'm not sure what you think you heard.
For the next project, I'm just going to do some painted mason jars, super easy. We've all seen it before, but I thought I would just share it with you guys on here. I'm gonna do 3 colors. I love these 3 colors together. One's like a peachy, one is a really light pink, and then one's like a mauvey rose color. Really pretty, so I think I'm gonna use those. And then I have some black and white baker's twine, or I had this too. It's kind of like add a little bit of a gold accent twine, so I think that would be really pretty. And then I have some wood heart embellishments. So really you can embellish these however you want. This is just what I'm going to do. I want to make them super simple.
So just give me a chance. Look into my eyes. I can show you what I have to say. If you still can't decide.
So here I am just doing 1 coat. I do end up doing 2 coats. I don't show the second coat, but I did do 2 coats of this. And you just really want to make sure that you are getting between all of the letters of any wording that's on the jars. We're going to distress the jars and over the letters, but you want to make sure that it's filled in between with any paint so that when it's distressed, just the letters themselves are distressing. So then while these jars are drying, we do move on to the next project, and we'll come back to the distressing and embellishing part after they are dry.
Still think I'm lying. I will let you walk away. If my eyes can't convince you that I'm still in love.
Next, neutral. Valentine's Day decor. This is all that you're going to need. It's super simple. So I had an old book. I've already read it. It was either going to go to Goodwill or I was just going to use it. So I tore out a bunch of the pages of this book. I have this that I found at Walmart. I've had it for a while, but they do have them all the time. I want to say they're around $5, but I'm really not positive. I'll see if I can find it, and then I will put it down in the description box. And then you just need your glue gun and a pencil. And that's about, oh, and you'll probably need scissors at the end. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna roll all of my pages and get that prepped to make the heart. So I'm gonna start out by rolling the pages around this pencil. And the pages of this book were very thick. Most of the book pages I feel like are not as thick as this one, so it was a little bit difficult to get started, but and then I just ended up using half a page. I thought it was a total waste to use a whole page. So I just wrap it around and then hot glue it and then slide the pencil out. So I do that until I have, you know, what I think is enough to make the heart form. And then we will, once that's done, then we will go ahead and make the heart form on the board.
Since you first took my hand on that sweet summer night, and if your heart cannot trust me, then I say this must be the start of a
So once I am done making my paper rolls, then I'm going to start arranging this on the board how I want it to go. So I know I want the widest part of my heart to be the width of one of the paper rolls. So I'm going to kind of line up and mark with a pencil where I want that to go. And then I do cut it in half because I want a split to go down the middle of my heart. So then I just glue it on where I've kind of arranged where I want it to go. And I'm making sure I am gluing it seam side down. So then the next one, I line it up underneath, I put where I want the middle split to go, and then I start marking edges where I want it to start tapering in to make the bottom of the heart. So then I just do that periodically till I get almost to the bottom, and then I want to go ahead and start working on the top part.
Keep wandering away. If you made up your mind to leave this behind, then I can't force you to stay. If my eyes can't convince you that I'm still in.
So when I get almost to the bottom, I want to start working on the top part. So here I'm just kind of doing the opposite. Again, I'm marking the middle part and then start tapering in a little. And then as I go up a couple rows, I start cutting the middle split out to an angle so it starts to make the upper V of the heart, if that makes sense. Hopefully you'll be able to tell what I mean when you watch me.
Love since you first took my hand on that sweet summer night, and if your heart cannot trust me, then I say this must be the start of us saying goodbye. If my eyes can't convince you that I'm still in love since you first took my hand
So now that the jars are dry, like I said, I did do 2 coats on them. I am taking a sheet of 150 grit sandpaper and lightly distressing these jars. So I really want to distress over the words so they kind of stand out. And then I also want to distress around the top edge and then periodically throughout the jar so that they look nice and aged. So once that these are all distressed and I have drilled a little hole in the middle of my heart, my wooden hearts, then I'm going to take my twine and I'm going to wrap it, a few times around the top of the jar and then thread the twine through the middle hole and tie a bow. So you can see the light pink one back there. I tried something different. I didn't end up liking the way that that looked, so I did take it off because I wanted them all to be the same. So I love the way these little jars turned out. There's just kind of vintage looking and shabby chic farmhouse. And really, these can be used all year. These do not have to just be for Valentine's Day. So I've, arranged them right now with some greenery in the middle one, but I probably will use these on my coffee bar. They'd be cute to hold straws or little hot chocolate stirring spoons or, something like that. So I just think these are versatile and so cute. And I just think they're super farmhouse looking. So last, I just want to take some more of this ticking stripe fabric that I have and make these little pillow hearts. I just think they were so cute and so easy to make. And they're cute for tiered trays or in dough bowls. So I'm just going to make a couple here. I probably will end up making a lot more to possibly fill a dough bowl and maybe looking for some other material. You can use burlap would be really cute, or just some other kind of material that you want to make these out of. So I'm just going to use this ticking stripe material. I make sure it's doubled over so that I have both sides because we're making a pillow. And then I just freehand drew a heart on there. If you have a heart stencil or something, you can use that. And then I am stitching around. Now, you guys, I am not a sewer at all. Okay, so don't make fun of my sewing skills, but I am just going to stitch around where I drew the heart and just leaving a spot at the bottom so that I can stuff it. So I'm using just some stuffing that I have and stuffing the heart, and then I'm going to sew up the bottom. And then after I'm done, I'm going to take pinking shears, which I just learned what those were, and they kind of add a little zigzag effect around the outside, and just going to trim the extra fabric off, leaving maybe about 1/4 of an inch all around so it adds this cute little zigzag effect to the material that's on the outside of the stitching. So These were, like I said, were super cute. I can't sew, so if I can do this, anybody can do this. And like I said, they're great for tiered trays or dough bowls. Okay, you guys, so this is how these projects turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and gave you a little bit of kind of farmhouse shabby chic decorating for Valentine's Day. And I did, like I said, throw in some neutral decor with this paper roll heart. So thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on Instagram at decoratewithdana. And if you are new here, I hope you will consider subscribing. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video.